What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. My name is Jeremy and this is Jeremy's Wild World. So you guys probably see from today's title, today we're going to be rehousing my absolutely gorgeous Anclyometes bogotensis. This is an absolutely gorgeous species of Cetenidae coming from Nicaragua. Really excited to have this species in my collection, and I'm going to be setting up an absolutely fantastic enclosure for her today, showcasing her, and hopefully, fingers crossed, she's gravid. Now if you guys don't know, I got this absolutely gorgeous female from the spider shop. Lee reached out to me in regards to getting this female at Seas from a pre-order, as well as that Camaricus species, which is that crab spider. Absolutely beautiful, both species fantastic. But today we're going to be featuring the Anclyometes bogotensis. So before we get into today's video, guys, I just want to quickly say that according to my YouTube statistics, a lot of you guys who watch my videos aren't subscribed. So if you enjoyed today's video and you want to see more, click the subscribe button as well as the notification bell down below so you guys don't miss out on future content. Now without further ado, let's start off today's video by showcasing this absolutely gorgeous Anclyometes bogotensis. Alright guys, so to start off today's video, I'm going to be showing the absolutely gorgeous female Anclyometes bogotensis, commonly known as the Nicaraguan wandering spider. Now this is one of many pickups I got at the Sea Show last week. Now if you guys haven't seen my video in regards to the pickups I got, I highly recommend checking it out. It was an absolutely fantastic weekend, really nice pickups and some unexpected ones, and you probably will hear one in the background. Probably hear one chirping in the background, but no more hints from that. If you haven't checked out my video, go ahead and do so. So this is the absolutely gorgeous female right here. As you can see, what an absolutely beautiful spider. Now if I'm completely honest, before Lee sent me the photo, and this of course came from the spider shop pre-order, so Lee messaged me saying that if I wanted this one, and I said of course, it looks gorgeous. Now what I love about this spider is, yes, it's not the most brightest colorful spider in the world, but look at the patterning on the legs and the abdomen. Absolutely gorgeous. You know, that tiger striping, and really nice. You know, a nice species of Cetenidae. And if you guys don't know, the Cetenidae is the family of wandering spiders. Now from what I've seen from my good friend Hannes over at the Spinner, he's kept a similar species of Anclyometes in a arboreal setup with a water dish, and it would sit on the water dish. So I've got one cleaned out and ready to go, and I'm also going to get it into an enclosure arboreal style, but I will give it some terrestrial hides if it would like to go underneath some wood as well. But yes, I'm really excited to get this enclosure set up, and I'll also be showing off the enclosure that I'm going to be putting into. And yeah, so pretty much that's it at the moment, showing off this absolutely gorgeous spider, one of my favorite pickups from the Sea Show. Definitely do check out once again my Sea Show video if you haven't done so already. And yeah, so let's move on to showing you what enclosure I'm going to be rehousing this female into. Alright guys, so you're probably curious of what enclosure I'm going to be utilizing for this absolutely gorgeous Anclyometes bogotensis. Let's have a zoom out and take a look. So here is the enclosure right here. As you can see, it is a Komodo style arboreal enclosure. Now you're probably wondering, Jeremy, this is a huge enclosure for a spider of this size. And yes, as you can tell, it's pretty big. But what I wanted to do is, you know, utilize this enclosure because I got these in a bunch of others in the collection, and I thought, you know, let's just utilize this for a nice display enclosure for this gorgeous spider. So what I'm going to do is, you know, have some arboreal space, have some logs terrestrially as well, have that water dish in the corner, probably around here, because if Hannes doesn't mind, go throw out a picture here of his previous Anclyometes species sitting in the water dish. So I hope this one does the same. If not, then it just has lots of space in here. And you know, with this kind of size enclosure, I don't have to worry about it escaping. So yeah, really nice. And you know, with this size spider, I think it's going to do really well in this size enclosure. So what I'm going to do, as always guys, is set this up off camera, and then we'll go into detail on what I'm going to or the reasons why I incorporate stuff into the enclosure. You could probably tell it does need a little bit of TSC, so I'm going to do that off camera as well. And yeah, so let's cut back in once the enclosure is set up. Alright guys, so now the enclosure is finally complete, let's have a pan out and take a look at what I decided to come up with. So as you can see here guys, it is looking absolutely lush in here. Now I currently have this enclosure on a stool because it's a lot easier for me to record here than it is to record on the desk, as you saw from the intro of the video. But nevertheless, I'm really happy with how this has turned out. So what I've done is I've utilized some natural bark. As I did mention, I do want to start using more of this natural collected bark from outside rather than cork bark all the time, though I do like to use cork bark. It's cheap and effective, and it looks good in the enclosures. You know, you just can't go wrong with a piece of wood that has moss growing on it. Absolutely awesome. I've incorporated that water dish using some pebbles in there just to give it a little bit more texture in the water dish. We'll fill it up in just a moment. I've also incorporated this plant here, which I believe is a Pilea species. that was mentioned in the comments of my video for the Southeastern Arachnids show. So thank you guys, whoever commented that in the comments, really much appreciated. And I've incorporated a piece of pothos here. As you can see, I like using pothos. It grows out and takes over the enclosure. It looks really nice. I've used some of the lichen, as you can see, nice and lush. I used the vein plants once again, so this time I used the white vein plant that I have. And some moss in the back. This is from Leah and Terry. Here's some moss here, and there's some moss down in this corner as well. And overall, I'm just really happy with the enclosure. This piece of bark actually concave, so she wants to sit over the water dish. She can sit there and grab prey if I drop it in there, and she also has the options of utilizing both of these pieces of wood here. So this is pretty much the enclosure, guys. I hope you guys like it. I'm quite happy with how it's turned out. And yeah, lots of space for this absolutely gorgeous spider to utilize. And yeah, so let's stop talking, get the tripod set up, and get the spider rehoused. And with that, we now come to the final part of today's video, guys, which of course is rehousing this female Anclyometes bogotensis. Absolutely gorgeous spider with an absolutely fantastic enclosure. Like, just take a look at it. It looks so nice. I cannot wait to watch the plants start establishing themselves, the moss growing in and everything, and, you know, utilizing the water dish. I cannot wait to get feeding clips of her doing that. It's going to be absolutely awesome. But enough chit chat, let's just show this spider one last time. As you can see in here, she is absolutely beautiful and pretty eager to get into her enclosure. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to just pop open the lid. And don't worry guys, the lid is now on top of the enclosure. I'm just going to open this tub. Oh my goodness. I'm just going to put that there. Just slightly close this door, just in case she does a runner. I just want to open the lid. Oh, come on. Put the lid off. There we go. Alright, so again, close the lid slightly. Sorry, the door. And let's just encourage her to come out, shall we? A little jumpy. Oh my goodness. There you go. Out you come. There we go, drama free. Sitting in that water dish already. I'll just take this away. And there we go. So there we go, guys. That is a nice and simple rehousing of this absolutely beautiful Anclyometes bogotensis. I'm so excited to see her settle down in this enclosure, and fingers crossed she's gravid. Like I mentioned in the before video, this came in a wild caught import, so fingers crossed she's gravid, and if so, I'll hopefully be establishing some slings and may be able to distribute some if you're in the UK. And yeah, so that is pretty much the end of today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching this rehousing. Another short video, but nevertheless, I do like making these, and you know, people in the comments in the Giovanna video did like me doing rehousings. What should I do next for a video, guys? If you have any suggestions, leave it down in the comments below. And yeah, so let's get into the outro and end today's video. So that is the end of today's video, guys. What do you think? What an absolutely gorgeous species this Anclyometes bogotensis is, the Nicaraguan wandering spider. I'm so excited to get some feeding clips of her in the future, and hopefully she does produce that egg sac, and best believe I'll be raising them and hopefully continuing on the species here in the UK for further generations. Now, if you guys are still interested in watching these rehousing videos, do let me know. Is there another species you would like to see? Look back at some of my previous videos. There should be some stuff that you guys would like to see. And yeah, so that's pretty much the end of today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I'd really appreciate it if you would click the subscribe button as well as the notification bell down below so you guys don't miss out on future content. I'd also really appreciate if you guys would follow me on Instagram, Jeremy's Wild World _ as well as my Facebook page, Jeremy's Wild World. I'm really active on there, posting pictures and videos of the animals and inverts I keep when I don't upload on YouTube. So that's all for me today, guys. Leave a like, leave a comment, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.